Welcome guys, and it is LSHD Gaming here, and we are back for part 2 showing off the final 2 maps and talking about them and some of the new updates. So this map that you are actually watching in the background is a Bioniip Laboratories. Now this map is not within the actual Star Wars film franchise, but it is in the expanded universe, and they've drawn upon this to add this map. Of course, we've got 5 maps. I showed off the 3 in the previous one, which was Cloud City, Administrator's Palace and the Fighter Squadron map in the previous, and in this one, as you can tell by the title, we're showing off Bioniip Laboratories, which is the one you're currently seeing, which I think looks fantastic, and then the Carbonite chambers. So I just want to point this out, all footage comes from Star Wars HQ from this video, so I own none of this footage. I'm just simply bringing you it. So yeah, that was a copyright claimer. It's not my footage, right? Okay, we know how bad YouTube are for copyright and stuff like that. I'm not claiming it as mine. Anyway, so the game mode they're actually playing now is Drop Zone. Now for the Bespin DLC, it's only changed for Bespin DLC. It's key to remember this. I did mention this earlier in part 1. But it has been upped the player limit to 32 players. And alongside the fact there's 32 players, there are now 3 pods within Drop Zones. So instead of it being first to 5, they've now changed it so it's first to 10, which I personally like the idea of. The more numbers there are, if it was just one pod, it would just get way too hectic. So I like this idea. It's quite an open map as well, and as you can see there, that is the new and improved bowcaster. As you can see, it has a very tight spread, and they've done that because when you're in hallways in particular and you shoot it off, the spread of the blaster fire, I should say, not bullets, blaster fire I should say, is very wide, so maybe only 1 or 2 hits and that's not enough to kill them. But now that it's a tight-knit circle, bang, it kills people very quickly, and I'm personally all for that. I completely am happy with that. Now all the maps are going to be available, apart from Fighter Squadron of course, available for stuff like Supremacy, Walker Assault, and what's the other one? Turning Point, that's the one. The one that won't, obviously Walker Assault's not going to be available in the Carbonite chamber map, but apart from that, I believe that it's going to be available for quite a lot of the maps. Or Walker Assault, actually, I'll take that back. I believe Walker Assault, they were saying, is only available for the one map which we showed off in part 1, but Turning Point, Supremacy and the rest are available for all of them. Of course, Sabotage being the new game mode, which we've already touched upon, which is actually what the gameplay footage for the Carbonite chamber will be, which is going to be coming up any second. Now I'm really looking forward to that new game mode. I think it's really good. But really this map is absolutely stunning. The skyline, the maps, it's the new skins as well, with the new Imperial and Rebel skins. It's just absolutely fantastic. I'll touch upon that again. Well, now really, and that is the fact that of course that you unlock this new Rebel skin at level 70, and the Shock Trooper is also going to be available for unlock on the Imperial side. Now they did also mention the fact that there will be more Imperial skins coming to the game, but they couldn't mention upon it about this time. They said they were going to touch upon IG-88 in the stream, which they never did. They never mentioned it, and the licensing issue. Anyway, now you're seeing Sabotage on the Carbonite chamber, which I think is once again absolutely beautiful. And ironically, in a previous video I actually said that the walkway was to the Carbonite chamber, and I backed up and said it was a Death Star image. No, I was right first time. So yeah, anyway, the idea of Sabotage, if you haven't listened to the first part or you didn't watch the live stream, I'll go over it quickly. You've got 3 gas generators. If you're the Rebels, you turn them on and you defend them till they've, you know, filled up, and that's that. If you're on the Imperials, it's your job to destroy them. Now once you've done or defended all 3 as the Rebels, you will then push back to a location, at which point you will try and extract out of the map if you can defend yourself in that location. That is phase 2. So phase 1 obviously being defending the generators or blowing it up, depending on which side you are on. Now in the first phase, the Rebels get all of the heroes, which is going to be very OP, but the second phase, when you're trying to extract yourself out, that's when the Imperials get all their heroes, so you're going to have to maintain your health with the Rebels to the best of your ability. And I just want to point out the lag that you are witnessing in the background is nothing on my end. That was from the stream. There's nothing they could do about that. They had a little bit of technical difficulties, but the map itself looks very good. Now once again, they touched upon stuff that wasn't in the film within the Carbonite chamber map, as there's the hallway I was talking about earlier, which I thought was Death Star, although I said it was Bespin originally and went back on it. But yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now. I always go off on those tangents. As you can see, the window there, which is lovely, it's brilliant, where Vader and Luke, oh, just they've done such a good job with this map. Oh yes, the two chambers. There's now two chambers, I should say. The one that is active, which is the one that you see in the film, which they've just walked into now, that is active, and they can, if you stand in the middle, you will go down and be carbonated. I don't believe you actually see yourself go into the carbonite, you'll just go down and die. And then you've got the one that they showed at the beginning, which is not active at all. So the reason they did that was because they know that a lot of it wasn't shown off in the films, and they have the ability now to work with Lucasfilm and come up with their own ideas, and that is exactly what they've done as they enter the carbonite chamber, which is actually working again. It's absolutely beautiful, and I like the idea of having all the heroes and waves of it, and whoever's on the rebels is going to have to play smart and keep their health up, because if you don't, as soon as wave 2 happens and you're trying to extract yourself out of there, the Imperials are going to have such an advantage because all their heroes are going to have full health, and that's just going to be an absolute massacre. Then it's going to be a side of two massacres, really, isn't it? One team's going to absolutely dominate, and the other side, the team is going to dominate in phase 2. Phase 1 goes to rebels, probably phase 2 goes to Imperials. But anyway, I will be playing the full game of Bespin DLC and just full styles in general as well, if that's what you want, on Tuesday the 21st of June, which is when this is released for season pass holders. We'll be playing that all day, and I will be playing it the second that it is downloaded and available to play, so be sure to come over to the channel and check it out. Of course, the face cam won't be in the bottom right, it will be in the top right as normal. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'll be able to show off everything you guys want, such as Dengar, Lando footage, all the new game modes, all the new stuff like Fighter Squadron, obviously playing Turning Point on the maps, playing Walker Assault, playing Supremacy. We're going to do the whole lot, and I think you guys will enjoy it, so be sure to come by and check it out if you have the opportunity. But I hope you guys enjoyed these two videos. You have now been able to see all 5 of the new maps that have been introduced, and I've talked about a lot of the new weapons. Obviously the E4 is a version of the E3 that's in the game, but a shorter version, so it doesn't go as long distance, and it's a bit burst fire as the E3 is, but it seems okay. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and as always, may the force be with you, and see you on Tuesday hopefully.